Hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Happy you're all here. We have a wonderful show for tonight. It's a little bit different than what we usually do here, but we do have other cases we have to touch on. They're just as important as every other case we cover. And tonight it is going to be Kenley Matheson. Now, if you guys joined me, I can't remember if it was the last video I did and Shan was with me. It was Shan and I both. Um, might have been the second last one. Maybe it was the last one. I can't remember, Shan. But we had touched on together Kenley Matheson. And Kenley went missing from uh, Kentville, Acadia, where he was attending Acadia University. He was 20 years old at the time that he went missing. He was last seen on September 21st, 1992. That is a long time ago. So obviously his case is a cold case. He was 5'9" at the time, 150 pounds. Um, and of course, his case remains unsolved. So tonight we have Shan here from Tea Time with Tea Time. Say it, Shan, because I know. Oh, Tea Time on Crime with Shannanigans. So if anyone here has not heard of her yet or has not subbed up, sub up. Excellent channel. Never another Nova Scotianer who has these cases, excuse me, in her heart as much as I do. We both. There's a lot of cases from Nova Scotia that are cold, that are unsolved. That we thank you, Rena, that we want to touch on. Um, and some we'll do together, and this is one of them. And we're going to touch on Kevin Martin as well together. Today, we have a special guest here with us. His name is Steve Staples. I pinned his Facebook site at the top. His Facebook page, sorry. His Facebook page, which is called Searching for Missing People in Nova Scotia. And one of the cases that he has been doing searches on is the missing case of Kenley Matheson. So today he is going to join us. And so we can welcome him now, welcome him to the channel. And there he is. Hi, Steve.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, good. Sound is good. Great.
Great, great. That's good.
I'd say that's perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Um, yeah, it's an honor, really, to have somebody here with us who has, you know, been doing searches on this case. And I'm not sure if you've been doing searches on other cases, but why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself? And if there's other cases that just tell us how this all started, how you became involved with the Kenley Matheson case, and is this your first and only case, or is this something you do with other missing persons as well?
Well, I just recently started this just a little over a year ago, Nova, and it was after I watched the Kenley Matheson documentary. It just
Mm.
pulled some strings with me, and me being as close as I am in Wolfville is basically up the road on Melanson
Oh,
Mountain. So I
wow.
said, I'm gonna go in there and look, and that's what I've been doing. And sure enough, we found that shirt, which I think is blood soaked. I think it's blood stained myself. And
Really?
currently it's in, yes, that's just my personal opinion. I'm no expert, but that's my personal opinion. And we would love to get that shirt tested, but we're hesitant on that. And the reason for that is the conflict of interest in the documentary. I don't know if you recall or not, but the suspect's uncle was retired RCMP, and his second cousin is current RCMP. So there's a little bit of an issue there. So I'm thinking I might get the shirt tested up here in Halifax, where I am right now, and we'll see what they have to say about that. And yeah, that's basically how I got started and searching. And yeah, I have no intentions of stopping. And I'm sorry to ramble on. I've been interested in doing other cases as well, which I plan on doing. Um, Kimberly McAndrew is another one. I like to do some searches on her over in, I believe, what's the park over there off of Purcell's Cove? I can't remember the name. Fort Needham, I think it is. Or Sir Sanford Fleming, excuse me. That's what it is. Sir Sanford Fleming Park. That's the name of it. But yeah, I have no intentions of stopping anytime soon.
There's lots of people here saying hi to you.
Oh, hello,
um,
everyone.
that's great. And I know you found the boot too. What,
Yes, we found
like
the boot.
anything funky about the boot as well?
Well, Kenley was wearing brown loafers when he went missing. So yeah,
Mm.
that didn't, it was not relevant to his case. But when I
Um,
found it, of course, I immediately thought it would be relevant because where I found it was just up from the chicken pit area.
well, I've kind of wondered that because I could kind of see someone wearing yucky old boots working with the chickens, and they just get to a point where you're done with
Yeah.
them and you biff them
Yep.
and get
No,
put your new
exactly.
ones on. But also wondering, perhaps, I mean, it may not have been his boot, but it could have been, you know, if something
Suspect.
nefarious, yeah, if
Hmm.
something, well, I mean, it kind of looks like something nefarious definitely took place with him for sure. Um,
Definitely.
Shan, go ahead because I know you have a question or two, and I don't want to take over. Shan, so Shan, I don't know if you know, she has a channel as well. You probably heard me say that before you come on.
Yeah.
She's from Nova Scotia as well, and
Right
her
on.
channel's excellent. She she just kicks right into everything. My brain can't tolerate too much of that anymore. I do what I can. She really gets into the nitty-gritty, and there's nothing that gets by her. So, she's excellent, excellent.
Right
So
on.
go ahead, Shan.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to meet you too,
Thanks.
Shan. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for coming on to Nova's live today. Um,
My pleasure.
you answered some of my questions already, which was how you got
Okay.
into searching for Kenley in the first place. And yes, that was
Mhm.
quite the documentary, and it was very eye-opening. I like that it was a multiple parts and kind of did what I do, which is dive into different aspects and different theories. Um,
Mhm.
so when you went searching in Melanson Mountain, can
Yes.
you tell me sort of what you took with you and how you prepared yourself for the search?
Okay. Well, first of all, I wasn't alone. I had help from my search partner, Colleen, and her partner at the time, Ed. They still come out from time to time. They were a great help. And oh my, can you say that again? Can you repeat the question? I'm
I was
sorry.
just, what did you take with you and how did you
Oh, sorry.
prepare for
Okay,
the
yeah.
search?
What I took with me was basically water, like liquids and little snack and whatever, and a flashlight, a high-powered light, and a pickaxe, a shovel, and yeah, we Colleen and Ed made homemade sift screens for sifting the dirt, which came in handy. That was pretty ingenious.
Mm.
And yeah,
What was the terrain like on the mountain? Because I've heard
oh
from previous searchers that it was quite steep at times and uh,
yes, yeah, it's
treacherous.
a steep terrain. The one of the hit site there is the original hit site is on a steep incline,
Mhm.
and we've been on it digging. Um, I have fall protection. I know how to harness up properly and everything. We've got all that equipment. But yeah, that incline is very dangerous. We've slipped a couple times, never got hurt, but thankfully. But it's very dangerous. And up further, up top, there's a flatter location. That's where the second dog indicated on June 6, 2025. So we've been focused on that area mainly.
Okay. So the second search in 2025, they hit on a different area than the search in the summer of 2023?
That's right.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was like within the like the same small vicinity.
It's in this pretty much the same vicinity, but the original hit was down a little further,
Okay.
probably about
So
maybe 15, 20
consistent with
feet
like
away.
scattering, possibly.
Yeah,
Right.
possibly. Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't have a dog with you while you searched then?
Yeah, I have my personal dog, my little beagle.
Oh, well, beagles are actually really good for
Oh,
searching. They've
he's
got,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
No, he's a good little help. He sniffs out bones. Unfortunately, it's animal bones, but he'll hopefully get better.
Yeah.
Well, with training, that's what it takes, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly,
So
exactly.
tell us a bit about, so you are looking in two areas. So you're looking in the area Malotsa Mountain,
Hmm.
and as you just said, those two areas that had hits that were close to each other.
Yeah.
And you also uh, have gone to three pools. Now, if anybody
Yes.
did not see my last video, um, yes, the last video I did, right, I didn't do with Shan. I just did an introduction to you and I showed the some of the clips there. Um and so if you guys missed that, you can go back and watch that or go to the page where the Facebook page that is here, I'll put it back up because he has all kinds of video footage, and we will bring I do have your Facebook page up there, and if there's a video you want me to go to share on here tonight, we'll do that as well. But tell me
Any
about
one
the
of them.
3 pools as well, and what I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what took you there, but just
Yeah,
being very familiar with the case, but some people
yeah.
might not know why you thought to go there, what led you there.
I went to three pools because I was had a suspicion that something of Kenley's would have been there. So that's why I went there. And unfortunately, I didn't find anything at three pools. But I mean, that was my first search going there. I mean, I've been there in the past, but not as thorough as what I was there a few weeks ago or a few months ago. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I may go back there in the future to have a better look around.
Did it have to do with his university friends that he had made and them going to 3 pools frequently, well, in the
Well,
2
yeah.
weeks? It's funny, when you listen to that documentary, you would think they spent more than 2 weeks together, um,
Yes,
but
really, eh?
by the sounds of it, they spent a lot of time together in that 2 weeks, but I know they talked a lot about, going to 3 pools in that 2 weeks. Tom Gordon and Kirsten Tom Tomlinson. So is that kinda what made you, think to go there?
Exactly. You're
Ye Yeah,
exactly. You read
that's
my
that
mind.
yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, I figured
Um,
where they. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, 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 please.
I was just going to say, I figured where they've been there so many times that something may have been dropped there, forgotten there, or stuffed in a crevice. There's a lot of crevices there that I haven't checked yet. So it is a
Yeah.
place still of interest.
Yeah, and it's a probably still is, all those spots always, I mean, the spot there's county that are popular and still popular to this day. Yeah, that would be a place where not only they would have been going, but a lot of people, right? That if something, nefarious were to take place, you just never know. Um, what, Shan is also live with this case linked to note. Yes, so any option is fine. Yes, you guys go to in whatever chat you want. Sometimes people will just go to both to give the thumbs up, but you're not obligated to stay here if you want to be in Shan's or vice versa. You guys do what you want. Um, yeah. Have you did you catch Shan's last or live that she did with another searcher who goes out? I just had his name up there, Damien. And have you ever heard tell of Damien?
No, I haven't heard of them.
Uh, he, does searches as well, searching as well.
Awesome.
He
Awesome.
he yeah, he, um He used to be with Ground Search and Rescue. Correct me if I'm saying
Yeah.
anything wrong, Shan.
Yeah, he
And
was.
yeah, and
And he's a
he
volunteer for Please Bring Me Home now.
he
Nice.
volunteers with Please Bring Me Home.
Okay.
And so he was here with Please Bring Me Home, helping in the
Yeah.
search with Lily and Jack Sullivan, which I'm sure you've heard
Okay.
of.
Oh yes.
Everybody's yeah. Um, so
I was
just
actually
throwing
supposed
this
to
out. Okay,
go ahead.
you go ahead.
I was going to say I was actually supposed to go down and participate in that search with Nick
Okay.
from Please Bring Me Home, but had vehicle
Yes.
problems. So hopefully in the
Okay,
spring when they
okay.
return.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Well, I'll
I
meet
was
you
gonna
then.
say, yeah, I was gonna say, have you considered joining them because they need, you know,
I've
they
heard they're coming back in the spring to do another search for Jack and Lily, and yeah, I plan on being there this time for sure.
yeah. Okay. Oh, great. Great. I mean, of course, people can't help vehicle issues or whatever, so be it.
Yeah, but things
Um,
happen. But I'm
yeah.
determined to get
Yeah.
there.
Was it you that was trying to that you actually put a notice out as well? If anybody was coming this way, would they be able to help you and give you a drive with your dog? I know somebody else, something happened
No,
with
that
their vehicle and
no, that wasn't me. Thankfully.
okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, so oh, thank you, Shannon. We're not gonna yeah, I don't know if that I think that's for me. Maybe it's for you,
I'm not
uh,
sure. We'll have to
Shan.
see at the end. I said
Yeah, I
thank
don't
you
know.
anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but, we won't do the dance of joy for today because we have a guest on, but, okay, well, that's awesome. We're so happy to hear that you're willing to participate in the Please Bring Me Home as
For sure.
well.
I'll
Um,
throw in there if I can. I've got your email, Steve, and I've got Damien's
Okay,
email. Damien's
perfect.
saying he would definitely like to meet you then, if not before. So I'll make
Yes,
sure
for
that you
sure.
guys connect via email at a minimum.
That sounds good.
Yeah, because
yes.
I
Yeah.
think you could both help each other when it comes.
Oh, it'd be great. I just love being out there to help. You know what I mean? Like when are not doing anything or not enough, because I'm not saying they're not trying, but you know what I mean. Families
Yeah.
don't, they want more and as much as possible. So I mean, every little bit helps, right?
They've been waiting a long
Yeah,
time for answers, haven't they?
Yes, yes, they have. And I
yeah,
actually met with.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, could you please tell it that was my next question. Could you please tell us about your meeting with, I'm not sure if you met Sarah, but I know you met
Yeah.
Kayreen.
Yes, I met Kayreen. She's a very lovely person, very nice, very kind. I did not meet Sarah yet, but meeting with Kayreen and just seeing her and how she reacted standing in front of that spot. And yeah, that's why we tore the hell out of that mountain. It doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
But I just wish we had have wielded some results for them. But I really would
It
like to get some results for Sarah. She's getting up there.
Yeah, exactly, and it's heartbreaking. It really
It
is
is.
heartbreaking, and, like, I know in the documentary too, seeing her at that hill I mean, the first time I watched that documentary, of course, I just cried all the way through it, but that
Yeah.
part really got me,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Me too.
And just to see the lengths that she will go to try to get answers for her son, you know?
I don't blame her though.
Um the shame of Kenley's case is back in the day in 1992, at 20 years old, going missing as a university student was not treated like it would be treated today.
No.
And that is one thing I will say, give kudos to in that documentary is the chief of police who is retired now, who
Mhm.
actually admits that and says, you know, he feels like they failed Kenley in the beginning there, of how they handled things and how they didn't take it as serious as they should have. Good for him for saying that and being honest.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So What are your thoughts? You live in the area. I'm sure you've probably heard things. I'm sure you have thoughts. What are your thoughts on the whole Kenny situation? So you have his father, you
Hmm.
have who's Aaron Kenny now, but was Jason Kenny, who is the prime suspect in this case,
That's right.
in the sense of something nefarious took place. Um, his father uh, was he the
Mayor,
chief
I
of
do believe.
police back the mayor?
Mayor
The
of
mayor
Oakville, I
and
do believe.
that's right. He was a police officer and the mayor. And then he has the two uncles who are, did you say both are RCMP?
One is retired. His uncle Mike Kenny. That was the name in
Okay.
the documentary. He's retired, but I believe he can still access files. And his
Oh,
current active member in the RCMP, Constable Troy Allen.
okay.
Yeah, these guys
Yeah.
were mentioned in the documentary as well.
And everyone, including his mother on his mother's side, so including his mother, his sister, Jason Kenny, I'm speaking of, who's Aaron Kenny now. Um, his mother's brother, three sisters, all feel that he's had involvement in this and have come forward to say so. His sister does as well. And at the end of that documentary, we saw how his uh, his own mother, had spoken privately to someone in her apartment complex, and that was reported as well
Mhm.
to our CMP. So, what are your
Mhm.
thoughts?
I honestly think
If
it's a
you're
big.
if you're okay saying so.
Oh yeah, I'm very comfortable saying so. I honestly think it's a huge, huge conflict of interest. That's my take on this whole thing. Just because of the suspect having those relations in law enforcement, it's yeah, things are sketchy and all over the place. And it's extremely hard to trust RCMP, like in regards to everything that went on with this case.
Yeah.
So like, I will look
Yeah.
into getting that shirt tested. I'm gonna get in touch with an officer from HRP sometime this week, so hopefully I'll have some answers.
Yeah. So is that Halifax Regional
Yes,
HRP? Yeah.
yeah.
Um, oh, I just had a question there. What the heck was it? Mm, it's not coming to me. Shan,
I've got a couple.
what's your next question, girl? I know you have
Uh,
one.
I know you mentioned that you
Until I
found,
can remember my question.
yes, maybe I'll jar you. Um, you said you found what you thought was a shirt that's blood soaked there,
Yeah,
and that you want to send it off for private testing.
yes,
Um, do you have that stored away securely?
yes.
Okay. And
We do.
what type of shirt was it?
It almost looked like a flannel shirt or a plaid shirt.
Right.
That's what it looked like to me. I could be mistaken. But
Um, is it still like does it still resemble a shirt? Or was it just
yeah,
pieces of,
you
or
can
you saw
tell.
buttons?
You could tell it was a shirt. Just got
Okay.
a hole in it, bunch of holes in it, but you can tell it was a shirt at one time. We've
Okay.
also made another find while we were up there was bullet casings. I don't know if they're relevant to Kenley's case or not, but I mean, one bullet casing was a 357 Magnum. I
Oh,
have that in my possession. Yeah,
so
so
that's like
we've
a
got a few things.
handgun.
That's a handgun, yes, and it was found right in, pretty much near, right in our dig site. I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's relevant or not, but I bagged it and tagged it just in case.
Well, handguns have been sort of restricted here in Canada for quite some time.
They still get through.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's not something typical. You hear like stuff like that in the States quite a bit, but around
Yeah.
here, but it's not something typical, you would hear of being.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I would call that hidden for sure.
Yeah.
Yep,
Uh,
they're found right up
you know,
Melanson Mountain in the woods.
And was that near the two search areas where the dog had hit? Oh, I think he froze up there.
Got lost audio.
You might
we can
need to
still
leave
hear
and
you, but you're freezing. You may have to leave and come back because it's probably going to boot you out.
Okay, can you hear me?
yeah.
Yep, but you're frozen.
Oh, there
Ah,
you are.
I'm frozen. Okay.
You're starting to freeze again. If you want to
No.
go out and come back in, that's okay.
Oh, well, hopefully it'll work. Okay.
Okay.
No, I was in the
We'll
middle of
try.
saying something. We'll give it a shot. If it acts up again, I'll have to exit and come back in. That's not a problem. So,
Yeah. So sorry, Shan. Go ahead. What were you saying there? But yeah, that is really suspicious.
I was saying, were they in the same vicinity as where the dogs had hit on the two different searches?
pretty much in the middle.
Right in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. Because they're
Do you have GPS coordinates that you could email me for that? Because oh, he's gone.
He's gone. He was booted
It's
out.
okay. Oh, you're back.
Oh, he's back.
I was gonna say, could you email me approximate GPS coordinates for that or the location like on a map? Because I've got a map going that I've worked on for Kenley's case, just
okay.
of like points of interest, places of interest, and that sort of
Okay.
thing. And I'd love to have it on there and also it it sticks out to me because on their search in 2023, so I'm not too sure what exactly happened in 2025, but in 2023, they had the medical examiner out.
Mm-hmm.
They had the St. Thomas
Foreign
University anthropology department out.
anthropologist. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then they had the Acadia's Earth and Environmental out as well with a canine. So it made me think that something must have been found.
I believe so. Like from what I was told from a very, very reliable source, I won't say their name, but someone who was in there searching with law
Mhm.
enforcement. Anyhow, they had said, "Oh God, I just lost it." Sorry, give me a second. What did he say? Me and my memory. Oh, I
Yeah, like
lost it. If
me.
yeah, I have my moments. My apologies. Forgot.
That
Oh,
that's
give me a.
okay. When you remember, come back to it because Shan just made me remember the question I was going to ask. And same idea as what she's saying. And the reason
Oh,
why I was thinking that as well was due to them saying that they're going to do some excavation there, which made me
oh,
think,
I
they're not
just
going to.
remembered.
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay, I just remembered. So, from what I was told from the reliable source, the anthropologist wanted to keep digging. The medical examiner shut it down in 2023. For what reasons, I don't know. They just shut it down. That's what we were told.
Right. That would be unusual because the anthropologist you would think would be the one that would want to shut it down
Hmm.
if they came across something that was like historical or
Yeah,
they would so it's unusual that the medical
exactly.
examiner would want to shut it down, in my opinion
Very,
and speculation only. Huh.
That's weird.
It is.
very, it's very strange.
So that's why they did. Oh, that's why they didn't. Because the last I heard was that they were going to be coming back to do excavation. So that's why they didn't.
Mhm.
Okay.
They haven't been
Wow.
back there since. As far as I know, they haven't been back since.
Since 2023
Yes,
is when yeah, because that's when they said, man, that must frustrate Sarah and Kareen.
I would imagine. Yes. So we're
Yeah.
in there doing what we can to try. You know what I mean? At least make an effort. Someone's doing something to
Yeah.
help.
wonder what reason a medical officer would have to do that. Like,
Makes you
you
wonder.
didn't hear anything?
I haven't heard anything since.
Hmm.
Well, at
Now
least
I'm
they're
gonna have
out
to
there
research
searching.
that.
Yes. Do you know Doug Teef? Did you ever meet with him or talk with him? He was the gentleman that did the search with the TF-K9 or TF9K9.
I'm familiar with Mr. Teeth. Yes.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
he law enforcement as well, or is he independent?
I think he's independent actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
he
good.
knows his stuff though.
Yeah. So was it his dogs that hit both times, or was it two separate units?
I
Yeah.
kind of don't want to say but yeah, it's kind of obvious. Yes,
Okay.
it was.
Okay. Okay. Um,
I
have
heard
you
I heard his sorry. Sorry. Just
No, you
while
go ahead.
before we move on from that, I heard his dog is very well trained, and uh
Oh, very well.
if that dog made a hit, it's a hit.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That dog's smart as a whip.
Yeah.
He actually had
Yeah.
another younger one there too. It's another smart pup.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Shan, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was just curious if it was the same dog that had hit in both times, because sometimes if one dog hits in an area, they'll bring another
Yep.
dog in to see if they hit in the same spot. So, but the fact that the dog hit in two separate areas, it does sound like after this amount of time, if Kenley was there, he's likely,
Spread out.
unfortunately, to have been separated a
Spread
bit
out.
over
Yeah.
time. So
Mm,
that it would make sense that a dog would hit in multiple areas. Um,
Yeah.
and that you're finding items there in that same area is curious as well. If you ever do a GoFundMe to get those items sent off to a private
Forensics.
DNA source, let me know. I'll do a live and I'll donate all the proceeds to it.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I will let you know. Yeah, I'll definitely
Yeah.
keep you guys
I
posted.
will as well. Um yeah, we will do whatever we can to assist. Um Shan, you have any more questions? I know
Have
you
you
have
ever
some
been
written down.
Have you ever been involved in any other searches other than for Kenley?
No, honestly, no, I haven't. I've been just mainly focusing on Kenley, but like I mentioned earlier, I do want to look into doing other searches.
Mhm. Okay,
But
and, are you looking for any assistance in another search, in the spring or coming up?
I'll take any assistance I can get.
Well, maybe, you've so they can reach out to you on Facebook on the
Sure
page
can.
that Nova did,
Sure can.
posted?
Sure
Perfect.
can. We're actually looking for some helpers as we need some bodies so we can move some debris piles at the bottom of dams where we think there's possible remains. It's, me, myself, I can't move them. But I can move them, but it'll just take me forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
So if I
did you
had that,
say at the bottom of the dam?
yeah, the bottom of the dam on the back mountain there in Melanson.
I
We've
seen
got
that
the
in the
digs.
video, yeah.
Yeah, we're over on the dig site, but then a couple hills back is Wolfville water supply. We're searching around there too.
Yeah.
That's an interesting area. And if you go straight through the woods, it'll lead you right to our dig site, pretty much. If you walk long enough, a little over a kilometer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I look
Yeah.
forward to seeing where those coordinates, if I can get them on my map. I like doing
Shan
I'll
maps.
try.
Shan is yeah, Shan is very good at mapping. So,
Very good. Well,
uh,
I have no
yeah.
clue how to do it, but I will try.
Okay. I will
Right. I will
send you
try.
a
Very,
map and you just have to like circle it.
Okay, that
yeah,
won't be hard.
Okay.
he's very good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry for my
I'm,
squeaky chair, by the way.
oh, I don't even
No
hear
worries.
it. I become lost when you get her and there's another creator, Daphne. Um, and they get into the mapping and my brain is just like, well, my brain is doesn't tolerate much anymore anyways, but I'm just lost. I'm like, I can't even keep up with it. But Shan is fantastic. Everybody has their skills and she's pretty wicked at mapping.
I
Right
enjoy
on.
mapping. I
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been down a lot of rabbit holes in maps. I enjoy looking at a map. It gives me I like to get my bearings on a location and from start to finish and where someone was, where they went, where they were last seen, that sort of stuff. It just gives me a better perspective on things
Yeah. So
and timelines.
locally and timelines, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I'm the timeline freak as well. Um again, so living locally um and probably, hearing some chatter go on, do are people, in Nova Scotia, small communities, and I can tell you just from living here in Pictou County, um, people tend to be afraid to speak. Um, and I can, compared to back in the early 90s, 1992, even compared to now, there could be a difference, but I'm sure people, in small communities, I know they still are the same here. What are your thoughts on that? I have to give credit to his family, Jason slash Aaron Kenny's family, because every single one of those family members, including his mother and sister and everybody on his mother's side, they all came forward. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, it has not led to the finding of Kenley or any arrests.
Unfortunately not,
So
no.
yeah. So do you think there's others? Like now, what his family reported was that him and his friends, the story always included friends. Him and his friends got rid of
Mhm.
Kenley. Or him and they gave Kenley what he deserved or whatever however they worded it.
We took care of it or something like that, yeah,
We
from
took
what I
care.
recall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So chances are there are others that do know. But is there that typical mentality of don't speak, you're a rat, the mentality. Let
pretty
him
much
speak.
there in them small towns, yeah, that's how it goes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
code of
gossip
silence.
goes gossip goes
The code
around and, everybody's in everybody's business in small towns. That's how what I find.
right. Like Shan said, the code of silence. And
Yeah,
it really
exactly.
lives strong. I know there's that Nova Scotia lives strong. But yeah, the Code of Silence does live strong in Nova Scotia. Um, I'm going to bring up your Facebook page and you can tell us what videos you want us to bring up. Um, and Jan, while I'm grabbing that, if you have any more questions that you want to ask, you go ahead while I'm looking for while I grab his page there because I had it there, but some reason it's X'd out or something.
Um, well, Cool J made a valid point, but I think it was kind of touched on in the documentary. But someone in chat's asking, how did Kenley get mixed up with the locals after only being in Wolfville for a couple of weeks? But I believe that like the rumor going around was that and that this comes from his sister as well, that he had been at a party, right? On the weekend leading into his disappearance, and
Yeah.
that there were accusations made towards him sort of being overly flirtatious with one of the guy's girlfriends, and it wasn't taken very well by them. That's sort of what I was getting from it.
Mhm. No, exactly.
Um, yeah, I think what the sister was saying, Kareen, was that he tended to come out of his shell a bit after having a couple of drinks, and he
Yeah.
could be a bit overly flirtatious, and yeah, some of the locals didn't take too well to Kenley coming in and putting the moves on their
Yeah.
women, so to speak.
Yeah. No, I hear you. That's what I think it
Yeah,
was too.
yeah, and with the saying from um, Aaron, the words being that they took care of it and that sort of thing. Um, um, I think that's what happened. But Cool J, you must have been in the right spots, right? Yes, I know that Wolfville is typically it is a university town with a lot of transient youth, I would say, that tend to stay more in like the accommodation provided there or surround very close surrounding areas. But it just takes meeting one person from the area, and just like every rural area, they tend to, have parties at home. People hang out at home in large groups, and um, because it's always been less expensive to do that than to go out. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
just
true.
always it's so
Yeah.
rural.
And
And when you live in a rural area, there's no taxis that go out way out in the country, So people just tend to hang out at people's houses, and that's where the old kitchen
yeah.
party came from.
And Jace's, so some people might not realize that Jason Kenny, if you said this, I apologize. I might not have heard it because I was looking for that page.
No worries.
Jason Kenny, um, went to Acadia University as well. So,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, so he would not have, so people who live in town or live in the town where the university is or the college is, they don't stay at the dorms. They go home. They go to and fro from school every day. So
Mhm.
Jason Kenny, lived, actually not far from the university, is my understanding, because he apparently sometimes biked to school, or maybe it was
Yeah.
maybe he meant a motorbike, but I took it as pedal bike. Um, but, yeah, so and then as Shan said, you would have the locals, not just those attending university, of course, also having parties at their houses. And, yeah, so the night that, the party took place Friday night at or not Frosh, it was, no, it was after Frosh week, it was the next week, at,
The
Kroll
18th.
Tower.
Yeah.
Yes, Kroll Tower, which is on the university, grounds, and that's where all the big parties take place. Jason Kenny was at this party as, a lot of other guys, and Kenley was quite flirtatious. He had the liquid courage type thing going on because he was actually typically quiet and introverted, but he, yeah, apparently he kinda peeved off some guys because he was flirtatious with the ladies at this party, quite flirtatious. Even one of the guys from his hometown of Cape Breton said he was flirting with his girlfriend, and it was ticking him off, and he told him, like, "Buzz off," type thing, right? But apparently, this Jason had told his family members that, um he was, that he was irritated that Kenley had been flirtatious with his girlfriend, and stated that, he got what he deserved and that he and his friends took care of it. And I think he even made a statement to the fact that nothing will ever be found or something like that.
Yeah, they'll never
So that's
find him. That's what
how
he was going.
yeah, so that's
Mm.
how it all kinda connects that, yeah, so if that helps you out any. Um, so this is searching for missing people in Nova Scotia. And so is tell if you wanna tell me, direct me to where to go to find the videos on here, and if there's a particular video you want me to
They
pull up.
should they should be under either photos slash videos. They should be under that, and you
Okay.
can pull up any video you like because to
Oh,
me
what
they're all special.
must be under yeah.
Media,
Oh,
yes.
that's another thing. I'm gonna pull this picture up first. Explain this to us because that kind of freaked me out a bit. That's
Oh,
unusual.
that's
That's beautiful,
that
first of
is
all.
it's directly in the woods behind Kroll Tower because I searched there as well. The police searched there in
Yep.
2005, but I haven't noticed that until recently. That was just put up within the last few months. It's a bunch of leaves, um, all intertwined on old rope twine or balin twine, I should
Wow.
say. I don't know
Yeah.
who did it
So
or why,
yeah, it was
but
yeah. Well, it could have been
uh,
some students or just somebody in particular who's creative. Um, but it's beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful.
I just found it a little odd, so I snapped a picture.
Yeah. Good for you. I didn't realize you were there searching as well.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Good for
I check
you.
everywhere that I
Should say
deem
good on you.
suspicious.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Well, and I mean, and that's the thing because the pretty much the three theories is that something could have happened right out on campus that
mhm,
involved whoever, right? Could have been
yep,
the two he made friends with, could have been somebody else there, who knows? Uh, well, that he took off of his own volition, right? Which
yeah,
I think we can pretty much say now that that probably didn't happen unless something, happened after that and he became deceased somehow.
mhm.
Um, so we have that. So then the serial serial killer. um, uh, oh my gosh, what's his name?
Oh,
Uh,
Andrew Paul
Andrew,
Johnson.
Paul Johnson.
Yeah,
Andrew Paul Johnson theory because he was in the area when they took the weekend to go away to
Markham's
Kirsten's,
Island. Yeah,
Corkham's Island, where Kirsten's parents lived, and he was right around the corner, camping at the Ovens. And admits that he did go to that campground. He lived in Lunenburg, which is near, and or actually, he lived in Bridgeville, I believe it was, but worked in Lunenburg as a
Bridgewater.
chef.
Bridgewater, yeah.
Bridgewater, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Bridgewater. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, he lived in Bridgewater, and Bridgeville is here in Pictou County. um, and worked in Lunenburg as a chef,
yeah.
and so there's that theory. And then there's kind of the Tom and Kirsten, who are the two friends he made at school. That didn't really sway me any. What are your thoughts on that? And that's where
Uh,
part of the school theory thing could come into play, right? That something happened on the
just
grounds.
something could have happened, but my personal opinion, just my opinion. I think Tom and Kirsten may know a little more than what they're letting on, but that's just my opinion.
Mhm. And that could
Yeah,
be possible. There could be a lot of students, that might know,
yeah, I
back
believe that as
back
well.
in that day. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And then, of course, the theory and the, s main suspect of, all of this is Jason Kenney. Allegedly speculating, we have to say. Because he hasn't been named a suspect, but it's the thing that law enforcement RCMP had paid most attention to in this case, is what we can say.
Yeah, I think that Johnson can be removed as the likely suspect in there. I as well was like, that's a whole lot of coincidences. And normally I'm not a big fan of coincidences, but he made it back to Wolfville. He had been seen at a party after he left Corcomb's Island, and the story of him flirting with the women came out after he had been to Corcomb's Island. So I think usually in a case like this, it's the last people who saw him alive are the ones that would be likely responsible for what happened to him, right? And
I agree.
I think that makes the most sense. And I am also inclined to believe that there was multiple people involved, because carrying a 5'9" man, 150 pounds on one's own is impossible. I mean, you just think about carrying a child who's asleep, you know, that's half that size. It can be a bit of a
That can be a
struggle.
task, yes.
So, to think of a grown man, pretty much 20 years old, he's, a young man, that would take multiple people, especially if they were taking them to a mountainous area. I'm going to say 2-3 people, probably at least, would be involved.
I agree.
Yep, I agree as well. Which video has...
Speculation only.
That's right. And all of this, guys, is our speculation, opinions, and allegedly. But we do know that what was looked at most by our CMP is Melanson Mountain and that whole scenario that took place there. And we do know, according to the documentary, that his whole side of his mother's family, including his mother and sister, reported him as a possible suspect in this. So, which one is that the dam, the very first one there? Or are you talking about the great big huge dam?
I believe it's the big huge dam. At the bottom of that huge dam.
Which video is that? Can you see what I'm looking at?
Barely. I can
Oh,
barely
sorry.
see it
Let me
on my
try and
phone
make
here.
let me try to make it bigger. Can you see what I'm looking at now? And then I'll scroll down for you.
Okay, yeah, I can see it now. Okay, yeah, these first two on the left and right are at the dam area, at the Wolfville watershed area.
Okay. So can I
Go for
do
it.
you see where the little... Okay.
Yep, I see you. Hello again. So I'm right up to the dam. There's something like Wolfville Waterworks 1921, 31, I think. Not sure. And right there. So right there at the bottom. Just a little hole underneath. Is that hole? To see what's in there. But I'll have to come back and check that out. The only crevices I see are up there behind that loose boulder. From what I see, there's nothing there, but that doesn't mean there isn't. I actually need to get closer to make sure. Hey, buddy. Shadow and I are still searching. I figured I'd give you guys a close-up shot of this. Again, this is Wolfville Waterworks, Hemlock Ravine, in search of Kenley Matheson's remains. Have a good day, everyone.
Kudos to you. Yeah, so that little spot, that little dark spot down the bottom, you're thinking?
Yeah, that's a hole there. Once the water flow slows down a bit, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna attempt it. I want to see what's in there. You
Okay.
never know.
I was that just this past summer?
That was actually a few weeks ago, not long ago, before the snow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
the
was gonna
dates are
say
usually on
because
there too.
yeah. So in the summer when things were like when we were on uh no
Excuse me.
fire and all that. Sorry,
Yeah.
the ban because of the dryness. How would that be flowing then? Do you know?
We don't know because we weren't allowed in the woods.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. Anytime that it probably is slowing down enough to hopefully we're not gonna, keep having those bans. Uh, um, okay. So anything more you wanna tell us about that clip?
Nope, that's pretty much it for that clip. That I just want to explore that hole.
Yeah. Is that's Melanson Mountain there as well? Made it to the dam. I will be going back. Is that the Melanson Mountain area where that
Yes, it
dam is?
is.
Okay.
That's the back
Uh,
part of it. Yeah.
okay. Shan, you got any questions? We can keep going.
I'm just checking something. I'd like to see his videos of, do you have videos and footage of where you found the shirt?
Yep.
I'd like to see those.
Yep,
Yep.
they should be there. Hello again.
Yep. Those are the ones I played on my last video.
Yes, I came
Or the
in
video.
late to that.
Yeah,
Yep,
and I
they're all
showed the
there.
shirt, the
I'm just
boots.
not sure what
Is
order.
yeah. Did did you might be better because I saved them. When I went through them all, I was like, "Oh, I wanna save that. That's important." So it might maybe if we go to the videos that I saved under my name. Did you also saved videos? Did you also videotape where you found the handgun? Because I don't remember seeing that.
Oh no, no, you mean the bullets? We didn't find the gun. We found the bullet casings.
The
Yeah,
bullet to
yeah.
a handgun, yeah.
I didn't take any
Sorry.
pictures there of that.
Hello,
No,
everyone.
but I do have
So I
the
just
evidence
found
though.
this. I know Kenley had brown loafers. This is brown, it's weathered, but I don't think it's a loafer. But it's found in the second ravine up from the chicken pit, closest to the highway. I'm about to go down to the first one and check that out. But yeah, until I get confirmation, I think I'll hang on to it. Just wanted to share with everyone. Don't know if it's relevant to Kenley's case, but you never know. Talk to you later.
That area there is actually all backfill. Years ago, like back in 1992, apparently that was all open. Like it was all one big ravine leading up to the Highway 101.
Huh. That's a
Yeah, it's
shame
weird.
too, because
Yeah,
so much
there could be something buried under the middle part that I'm
yeah,
standing on there in that video. It's just crazy.
absolutely. Yep, yep. What are your thoughts on that, Shan?
Um, it's unusual because it's still like tied up. You know what I mean? Like it's still in the teeth. It's still in the holes of the shoe. Um, so I find it strange. I mean, was it near a road or anything?
It was
Like,
near the Maple Avenue, and that's the road the suspect lived on back then.
okay. Because the
Yeah,
only thing I
just
could
up
think
from the
of,
chicken pit.
yeah, the only thing I can think of is nefarious. You would take it off because it's evidence on it or
Mm.
something, and you'd try to get rid of them. Or would there some people have done really crazy things like they take their shoes off to change their shoes to drive, and then they put their other shoes on the roof while they're changing, and then they've driven off. Now, you find so
Mhm.
many shoes just on the side of the road
Yeah.
sometimes, or cell
Yep.
phones, or cups of coffee, right? So I'm
Yeah.
trying to think what would be the reason for that. So there's only a few reasons that would, you find shoes on the side of the road, right?
It was
But definitely interesting that it looks like it's still in quite reasonably good shape, you know?
it was actually down in the woods a bit, just off the road.
Right.
But yeah, it was had leaves covered in, so it was covered over a little bit. I just happened to notice it, gave it a kick. It's like, oh, a shoe. I picked it up. I'll take it with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But then same,
yeah,
like if the dog had hit in two areas and, do we 100% sure know what he was wearing on his feet that day? Like in
That's the thing. That's the thing. We
Yeah.
don't
right.
100% know. We're just going on the description that was given, right? Brown
Yeah.
loafers, blue jeans, Los Angeles Lakers hat, Helly Hansen coat, etc., and the hoop
Yeah.
gold earring in his ear, and yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that he was quite an outdoorsy type of guy, you would
yeah,
think he would own a pair of boots like that. He
100%. I was thinking the same thing, Shan,
it
because
Yeah.
they
very
look
well could
like
be his. Never know.
yeah, yeah. Sarah would probably know. And
She
I
would
mean,
probably know.
i-
Yeah,
in the traveling that he did, and he worked out west doing the tree planting, like he would definitely have a pair of footwear like that, is exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah. I mean, he rode a bike. He like as in a motorbike, he motorbiked quite a distance. He traveled, I think, in Peru, wasn't it? And
Mexico,
yeah.
Peru, yep,
Straight
Yeah,
over to Peru.
yeah, so I feel like he would have shoes like that, as well,
yep.
and if they matched his foot size, you can get DNA, inside of the sole of a shoe
Wow,
from sweat.
interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the better spots for it to
Yeah,
maintain.
and for scent for scent dogs.
Yep.
Hmm,
Um, yeah, interesting. Very interesting. And again,
indeed.
it doesn't necessarily have to be his. It could be the perpetrator as well, right?
could
So
be. Yeah.
because they obviously would want to get rid of their belongings
I
too,
mean, I'll
right?
tell you one thing actually. So people are like, "Oh, the shoe wouldn't last." I was following a
Mm,
case from Please Bring Me Home. There was a woman that went missing in 1980, I wanna say 1989, and they found a shoe in the area that they thought she was in. I wanna find this picture, okay, just to show you. So from 19 oh, I wanna get the details right, but the shoe was clearly from the early '80s, and there was still parts of the shoe, and it was like, practically buried. So, you carry on, I'm gonna find this picture just so I can show what a
yeah.
shoe looks
And I
like from the
mean,
early
like
'80s
that,
that's been
yeah, yeah,
37
definitely.
years
And
it was
that,
in dirt. 37
Wow.
wow.
years. So, let me find
And
it
that
for you
looks
so
like
I can show you.
leather. It looks like leather, and it looks,
Yeah,
it looks to be a well-made boot.
yeah.
So I could see it lasting for sure.
Good quality boots last a long time. I mean, I've had
Yeah.
my Blundstones, for example, for about
Yes.
14 years, and I've
Well, they're
taken care
supposed to
of
be
them.
lifelong.
Yeah, and they look the same as they did on year 1. So,
Yep. They have a
yeah,
lifelong warranty.
yeah. I'm gonna find that
Hello,
picture
everyone.
so I can show you. I'll be
So I
right
just
back.
found this.
We'll go to a I won't play the one with the shirt. We'll go to a different
Yes,
video.
please don't show that without me, but I'll be right back.
Yep. She might wanna see that one too because you're talking about one of the spots where the dog hit. One of those. Trying to
Yep.
remember which one it was. We'll go back to your videos. And where's my groups? Where did I see that before? So discussion featured, members, more.
Found it.
I was going to say, you're going to find it before I find what I'm looking for.
I'm gonna show share screen, and then if you allow me to, I will show a little bit about her. She did go missing in 1988. Her name is Lisa Moss. It was like one of the first
Oh,
cases, I
yes.
believe the first case that Please Bring Me Home worked on.
I remember her. Yeah, that case, I mean.
Yeah, and so they
Steve,
found
if there's any time, Steve, that you need to go use the bathroom, get a drink, if you smoke, go have a cigarette or whatever, just let us know and we'll take you
All
off
right.
stage so you can go have a break and
Okay.
until you come back.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to step out for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
We'll keep the shoe up for you though, so you can see it when
Sounds
you come
good.
back.
All
Okay.
right. We'll see you shortly. Thank you.
Yep.
So this is Lisa Moss. She went missing in 1988. They're pretty confident they know who is responsible, and they have a fairly good idea of where she could possibly be, but they just haven't been able to find her. And they went out, Please Bring Me Home, and they found this. Now I'm going to zoom in for you. And it
Oh,
is, yeah. So they found that last spring in an
isn't that
area where
amazing?
her car was last found 37 years ago. So obviously it was part leather and part cotton. So all the leather parts are still there, you can see. And
Yep.
um it was, correlates with the 80s as well. You can tell even just by the colors and stuff, right?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
but I mean, it is possible, something from, and that was like buried like under brush and stuff. And that was just, that boot that he found was like above ground, right? And it's leather. So anything is possible, really. I would strongly suggest that boot goes for some DNA testing, because it being leather, the inner sole would probably still have DNA in it, especially down towards the foot area, like the toe
Yeah.
area, I
Uh,
mean.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Same as the shirt as well.
Yes, yeah,
Um, yep, and especially if it looks like it has, blood on it.
yeah, definitely.
That's amazing, Shan, eh?
I think so. It showed me that, you know, Robin, this is a shoe that was found by Please Bring Me Home in an area they were searching for Lisa Moss, who went missing in 1988. So they believe that this shoe would have been under brush and debris for 37 years, and they were still able to find it. And we were just going over a boot that Steve had found, um, that was still in relatively good condition. That was a leather boot, a high quality leather boot. And I just wanted to show a comparison about what something looks like after 37 years of being in the ground, trying to be hidden, And if it leads me
So,
towards other cases as well, right? When you think about how a shoe can be found 37 years later, and other
yeah,
cases you can't seem to find a damn thing.
absolutely. Absolutely. Um, did you did you say he said that that boot was above ground? Or maybe he said it in the
He
video and I
said it was in the woods and that he was walking and he kicked it. Like, he kicked it with his foot,
Oh,
and he was like, "Oh, what's that?" It's a boot.
wow, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that does not look like a boot of today, that's for sure.
No, it looks yes, it looks like it's been out there for a while, and, the leather's still intact, but the, rubber was not that great, but, I mean,
Yeah,
depending on how it was positioned. But yeah, I just thought I would show you guys that because I thought it was interesting. I couldn't believe that.
it's extremely interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
because where the area they found it was an area that they, had long heard and presumed that she could be, because it was in the location of where her car was found. So
Yeah,
she was pregnant, last seen at a party, and, she was a couple months along, I think 3 or 4 months along, and, um was last seen leaving a party with this guy, and, next thing you know, her car is found off a beaten track, down a road close to where this gentleman's had knowledge of, and, she was never seen again. And then 37 years later, they are looking in that area, a thorough search, and they came across this shoe. 5 months pregnant. Thank you, Marie Antoinette.
Party man,
Um,
that's interesting. I'll bring that back up because when he flips that boot over, you can see the part of the boot that is, actually definitely more worn. Um So Artie Man says, "Is that a left boot? Can you bring the pic back up? As a motorcycle driver, the shift lever commonly leaves the imprint on the mid to top part of the boot. It would be certainly noticeable." Do you know if do you remember if it was left or right, Steve?
That I don't recall.
you can
Okay.
tell by
Well,
looking
we're
at
gonna
it.
yeah, we'll bring it back up.
Okay.
Now that he's back, we'll go back over to my videos I saved there. Oh,
Did you wanna see that shoe?
Sure, you
Did
oh,
can
you
show it.
yes, yes,
let me show
definitely,
you it
sorry.
first, because, I took it down just before you left, but I just wanted to show you this. This
Yeah,
shoe
let's show
had
him
been
because that's pretty cool.
under, like, brush, and that was there from 1988.
Oh wow.
So the leather portion you can see is still intact. It's just
Yeah.
all the other part of the sneaker is gone. So, like, the rubber even degraded quicker than the leather.
Okay, I see. I see. Wow.
So after 37 years buried under stuff, like, I don't, and that was
Oh,
above the ground. You said you kicked it, right? So it wasn't like
yeah.
buried under anything really.
Nope.
So it
Nope.
wouldn't,
Just covered in a little bit of leaves. That was about it.
yeah.
Wow. Steve, have you tried to determine the boot brand and sizing?
I've tried to read the factory tag in there. It's not legible. You can't read it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. That is interesting what Artie's saying because
Hello,
Looks like
everyone.
a right size,
So I just found this. I
right
know
foot.
Kenley had brown
Yeah, it's a
loafers.
right.
This is brown. It's weathered, but I don't think it's a loafer.
Definitely a right
But
foot.
it's found in the second ravine up from the chicken pit, closest to the highway.
It actually looks like the sole's
I'm about to
removed.
go down to the first one and check that out. But
Yeah, there
yeah,
were holes in the sole, from what I remember.
Yeah, actually looks like the whole rubber
Till
sole
I
is gone off
get
of it.
confirmation, I think I'll
Yep.
hang on to it.
Definitely.
Just
I
wanted
can
to share
pause
with
it when
everyone.
he.
Yeah,
Oh.
the actual sole is missing, which
There
Yep,
you go. That's a good,
definitely.
perfect shot.
surprising. But yeah,
Yep.
see that green thing in there? Like that would be full of DNA. That foot.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That would have,
Sweat.
yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, and you can see the stitching. So like the whole sole is gone. So it probably fell off due to the weathering, right? The stitching disintegrated off the sole,
Yep.
but yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
Kenley's
would
case is
definitely,
going on 34 years this year. So
I don't know if it's relevant to Kenley's case, but you never know.
Here's the shirt.
And the shirt, we unearthed this shirt.
how far under the ground was it?
maybe about a foot.
And the shirt,
I
we
didn't have to
unearthed
dig
this
down
shirt.
very far.
And you got to
We
think
also,
of natural
Sorry,
growth is a couple of inches, about an inch or so a year of natural earth will grow up above something.
okay.
Usually, like if it's in the ground, if it's by a tree, you've got the leaves that break down and build.
Yeah.
There's a word for it. I can't remember it right now. But it like builds natural levels of earth on top.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha.
like at one point that could have just been lying
Sitting on
against a
top.
tree. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that definitely looks like there's some stainage on there.
Yeah, that's the dark spots. That just,
Yeah.
to me, that looks like blood, dried blood, or a blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure does.
And if it was buried, who buries a shirt, right?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Who in the heck buries a shirt?
And the shirt, we unearthed this shirt.
Well, I guess we know who would bury a shirt, but it's not for any type of a good reason.
No. And by a tree as well, like that, right? It's.
And the shirt, we unearthed this shirt.
That just keeps playing. Sorry.
Was there a tag on it anywhere?
That tree that I keep walking by in the video there, that's the tree where the dog hit in 2025.
Stop.
It is. That's how close the shirt is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back again.
So was there a tag on it? People are asking at all.
And the shirt, we unearthed this shirt.
I don't think we could read the tag. We were trying to read the brand name on it, but it was pretty worn.
Okay. And was it in proximity to any of the quote unquote bear caves that people were discussing?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes, because that area is known as the
we unearthed this shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette made a good point. It could have, there are other missing people, right? Other missing young men.
Absolutely.
Well,
so even if,
I'm sorry. Just
say,
up the
even if
road.
it's not Kenley's, it could be someone else's.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say, just up the road from the Kenley site, years back is where they found the remains of Leslie Conrad up in Robinson's Corner at the top of Melanson.
Right.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably one of those. Now, did they find out what happened with her?
With her, they suspected her husband murdered her, but that's all I heard. I don't know the actual facts on that.
he was never
Yeah, he was
convicted, or
never convicted of it. No, they just searched the property, but they couldn't find her there. She was found up there,
yeah.
and then he was still around. He passed just a few years ago, I guess. So
Well, one of the things that was stated in the documentary, and I can't remember who the conversation were with, but they were talking back and forth, and one had asked the other, you know, why do so many cases go unsolved in Nova Scotia? And um, it must have been somebody that wasn't from Nova Scotia that asked the question, but the other person was, and they said, and you might remember this. Well, look at all these huge rural areas where families and generations of families live, and they know the
mhm.
land like the back of their hand, right?
Yep,
So they know where to put something that is likely never to be found, right?
that's
Yeah.
true. Very true.
I would strongly advise that you contact the major crime unit with these items, not the
Yeah,
local RCMP. I would go
no.
to the major crime unit, maybe even in Bible Hill. That would probably be your closest one, and
Okay.
speak to someone there rather than going through your local
Just
RCMP if you don't feel
yeah,
comfortable.
somewhere other than RCMP in the valley
Yeah.
because they
Well,
can't
you
Yeah,
be
said
trusted at the moment.
HRP,
That's where I'm
Halifax
gonna
Regional
check
Police.
into first. Yes.
Yeah. See what they tell you.
yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to ask a question, right? So
No,
No,
and
absolutely not.
just based on the location, where if the dogs hit there in that vicinity twice, and it's I'm not overly a fan of coincidences, like I said, and with a shirt being found and a boot being found and the dogs hitting in the area and previously having like the medical examiner there and anthropology there, something's going on there.
Oh my
I
gosh,
agree with you. Something
absolutely.
went on. Something
Yeah,
definitely
Absolutely.
went on there.
And then to say they were gonna excavate it, and that's what really made me, it's like, "Okay, well, they're out there." But then when they said they were gonna excavate it, I was like, "Okay, well, obviously there was, something's
mhm.
to e," but then they didn't come back, and I was like,
No, I'm puzzled by that. Like, why didn't you elaborate?
"Yeah,
What's going on?
yeah," because I
I know they said
watched
they
and
needed to secure the scene and, because of the steepness of it and,
mhm.
they said openly they wanted to process that site, so
Yep, but it can be done.
process the
I mean,
site
they
then.
just went through the mountains here to, in between here and Antigonish. It can be done, and it can be done safely, so,
Mhm.
to put the
Yeah,
double highway in, so, the twinned highway. So, let's see if,
yeah.
I believe I saved one, with the bear cave, the second hit.
That's right. Coming back to dig this shit out.
You can see how dirt
Especially
has been
now,
shifted there as
landowner's
well.
full permission.
Yeah, that's all stuff we shoveled.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's definitely some shifting of earth that was happening there.
But there's like a bit of a goat path to walk on. That's about it.
We just never
It's
got
very
around to
steep.
this. We're so focused on the other spot, but we got to come down here.
And we did dig that area out, by the way.
I stood with Kayreen yesterday in this spot, and she stared at this particular location. Yeah, we're gonna dig it.
Very rocky there, it looks like. That's
It is,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's the original hit location, by the
Slate.
way. The recent one is up further. And
Yeah,
this
just like
spot.
straight up from there. Yeah, they're not far apart at all, the hit locations.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, if somebody were to be put in a shallow grave, for
A lot
example,
of these old
then it
rocks, they're
wouldn't be unheard of
loose as
for
all
an
hell, as
animal
you can see.
to,
Some of them.
dig
Make a
up
lie
that
already, huh?
shallow grave and
Oh, there we go.
separate things.
Right.
If you wax with a bar, they'll come free. Oh yeah, I can get them off if need be. Anyhow, y'all have a good day. I just came up to have a little look around, make sure everything's good. Talk to you later.
All right. Any more thoughts? Anything else you want to say on that, Steve?
Just that I can't wait to get back in there and dig some more.
Yeah,
I really
bet.
can't.
I bet. Yeah.
Do you have a metal detector?
No, I don't personally have one. We had a fella come in, and he's really good with it. I'm hoping he'll come back up again. He's the one who helped unearth the bullet casings.
Yeah.
So I'm
Oh,
hoping I can
wow.
get him to come back. He's a caver. He's like a cave expert, so
Mhm.
he don't mind being in the woods.
Oh,
It would be good for
very good.
him to go back where that shirt was, as well, because if you
Yeah,
found like a belt buckle or, the, buttons to a jeans or something like that, and jeans take a long time to degrade as well, a good quality jean.
Yep.
So in that, I like in that particular area where you found the shirt.
what was that again? Sorry, it cut out here.
I would say that where you found that shirt would be a good area to metal detect,
Yes,
right
oh,
around
definitely.
there. And in case you found like a belt buckle or the buttons and the zipper from jeans or something like
Yep,
that.
I've said that in the past. The zipper in his pants, even his earring. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
would
Yep.
probably still be there. Would pick up with a metal detector for sure.
yeah.
Yep.
No, we're gonna keep
Wow.
searching and
I
keep
mean,
trying.
yeah, you guys are doing fantastic. I mean, kudos to you guys. Um, yeah, and to know that you've had somebody out as well with the metal detector.
Yep.
There's one more
Yeah.
video here that I saved. It's this one.
Currently up
Odessa?
on Melanson Mountain at the Bear Caves.
Is that the other spot, Steve?
Down
Or
below
is that the
there,
same?
was where in the previous video where I just was down below. Now up top there, that's the newer location. Right?
Okay.
Came in for a little dig
Hold
today.
on,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna walk
gosh,
up.
that's extremely close.
Yeah.
Just want to have a
So
look
down where I
around.
was, now I just walked up. And I'm gonna keep walking, and I think I state where the second hit is.
Okay, I remember this now. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Now to the right, if I turn to the right, which I believe I
I was
do,
digging.
there's
There
where the
again.
hit is, right there.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
second hit was down in here.
And then
Right
over
by the
here,
tree.
I unearthed this shirt. Sure looks like a shirt to me. I'm going to continue digging it out here in a minute once someone arrives. I want them to see it for themselves. This is, yeah, I don't know. Could be related. Possibly not, but still getting it looked at.
Huh.
It's definitely in there, like way
Hopefully
in
that'll
Yeah.
lead to other things.
Yeah.
I know he went missing. He wasn't described wearing this, but who knows? He could have came home and changed.
Yeah. Or could it be the perpetrators?
Yeah, we even went as
That
far as
is
taping the area
pretty
off.
amazing.
We want to help. So
Yeah. So explain. Go ahead. You were saying you taped the area off.
we taped the area off. The area we of the area of interest. Yeah, we just wanted to tape it off to keep ourselves aware, I guess, so we wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the true crime world, and the cases that Shan and I have followed our whole eons,
Hmm.
we don't believe in coincidences. You've heard Shan say it a few times here now.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
And those are some quite the coincidences,
I agree.
that hits that close together, buried shirt there. And where did you say the casings were found?
The
In
casings were right in that area as well.
There you go. No,
When I was
that's
walking up towards the tree, that was that area. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. Shan, this isn't a coincidence. We don't
I
believe in
don't
those
think so.
anyways. No,
No, I would
no, no.
strongly suggest that you bring those items to a major crime unit
Yeah,
as soon
big
as
I
you
have
can,
time.
because
They
no
I
have to
think,
intentions of
be.
doing so. Hmm.
yeah, I think
Definitely.
there's just too much there that even if you eliminate one of them, I mean, you've got such a cluster of strange things, in a small area in the middle of nowhere.
Hmm.
It's,
It's sketchy, definitely. Yes.
yeah. Even
Big
if it's
time.
not Kenley, the fact that you find a shirt with questionable stains on it and shell casings, like those kind of shell casings are usually like maybe they would be from a long, long time ago, but even that is
Could be.
like we haven't been able people don't carry magnums. They don't
No,
Yeah,
no, exactly.
they don't that's
no,
not something that's happened in a very long time, and that's something for a shooting range, not for out in the woods.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
exactly. And the thing is, would it not be in the RCMP's interest to come out there with the cadaver? And that cadaver dog trainer, by the way, has nothing to do with anybody in Wolfville. So
yeah.
if it's the same fella, yeah, it is the same fella. I'm pretty sure that's does that. Um, but for the Atlantic provinces, but it'd be worth their while to see if their dog hits in those same areas. I mean, why? Why would you not at least uh take the time, to do that? That's
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then not you, but I mean the RCMP with their cadaver dog.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and then start getting those objects tested, the shirt, the boot. Just interesting. Interesting.
Most definitely.
I unfortunately am gonna have to wrap things up on my end, only because it's a school
Yeah.
night, and,
Yeah.
I've gotta make sure my kids are getting ready for bed.
I
Yeah.
Um,
hear you. It's
Well,
a work night
myself
for me.
yeah, myself as well, but there was one more question there, or no,
Sure.
or comment actually. Cool J says, Steve, if you need help in April through July, I will help search. Wow. Big,
Awesome.
whatever.
Thank you, Cool
Yeah.
J.
I can
Love to
find
have you
my way
aboard.
around the woods pretty good. So
Odessa Odessa did as well. I told them to reach out to you on the Finding,
awesome.
Kenley page, and
Okay.
if
Yes.
I know Damien, I'm pretty sure he would be willing as well. So
Awesome. Awesome.
and
All hands, many hands
I'd
make
be
light
willing
work.
to as well.
So
And we'll put the page back up there. Steve, thank you. Shan, of course, thank you
Anytime.
very
for
welcome.
helping me on this case. And Steve, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
We
very welcome.
so appreciate having you here. And we
Not a problem.
hope, we hope, we hope to hear that you will be coming here in the spring with Please Bring Me Home. So you've
I
done the
should
whole
be.
application process and everything with Please Bring Me Home. It was
I
just that
haven't
you
done the.
ended up not making it.
I didn't do the application process, but I was speaking with Nick, the founder, the owner,
Okay.
and he wanted to bring me down. Like I said, I just couldn't get there.
Yep. As long as
Oh,
you're in
I was so
contact with
upset.
him, that's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
You're welcome. It was
Yeah.
my honor.
Thanks for
Take
coming, and make
care.
sure you get those items bagged up and sent somewhere because I think you're
Yes.
onto something. I'm not kidding. I really think that you need to
No,
get those somewhere.
Oh,
I
he's
agree. Will do.
100%. There's no coincidences, and that's
No.
more than one coincidence. So,
Yes.
Mhm.
That's a
yeah,
cluster of
It
it's a
is.
coincidences.
cluster.
I
Somebody
agree with
said
you
back
both.
there, that is a true cluster, somebody said in the comments. Yes, and
Yes.
they are
Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. Okay, well,
All
thanks
right.
for having me on.
You're welcome. I'll kick you out because sometimes people can't
Okay.
figure out how to. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Take
You're
care.
welcome.
Steve, nice
Positive
to meet
vibes. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Uh, Shan, that
I
was
did.
awesome.
Yeah, that was really awesome. That was very eye-opening, and I
Yep.
really hope that Steve does bring those things to someone trustworthy
Yep.
because it's that's a lot for a small area, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a cluster, like somebody said.
One man
Um,
found those things in one small area. Just think of about that, and one man found those things.
Scotia Leo, yes. Thank you to everyone. So,
Yeah.
Scotia Leo is the individual who connected me to Steve Staples. Um, and she is friends with family of Kenley. Uh, so, and it was her who opened the door for us to have Steve Staples here. So, thank you very much, Scotia Leo. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Um,
I've seen them in chats a few times here and there, so I appreciate you doing that.
yeah. So let's say thank you to those who, so we have Shannon, $20. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Lily, gifted one tea time, true crime with Shenanigans membership.
Thank you, Lily.
And so did, it's because of the double thing. That messes me up.
Yes. Yeah.
And I gifted 5 memberships, and Marie Antoinette gifted 10 to Nova's Inquest,
Thanks, Marie.
and Shan
I
gifted
gifted 5.
5. Oh, you did too.
Yeah, I
Great
gifted
minds
5
think
too.
alike
Yep.
because we're behind on ours, so and Ben gifted 1 tea time with true crime, and, Ben, I haven't seen you in ages. If you're still here, hi.
Thank you,
Uh,
Ben.
yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. You guys are all awesome. I'm so glad you guys tuned in. All these cases are important. That I know we're dedicated to Lily and Jack, and I'm sorry we didn't get to a lot of questions tonight in the chat as well, but when we have a guest on, I think that happens and it's expected. But thank you so much, and, all these cases are important. I know you know, Lily and Jack, Sullivan, it's a new case, and we wanna keep it going so that it's not forgotten. Keep it keep that case alive, but there are other cases that are cold or, they're unsolved. They've just happened within the year or 2 or last few years that they need to be talked about as well, and they need to be kept, alive as well. So
Yes.
they're all important. So for all of you that came and joined us tonight to listen and learn about the missing case of Kenley Matheson, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shan, your last words?
Yes, I just wanted to say thank you and to everyone that came in as well. And yes, it's important to keep all cases out there. And there are lots of families out there suffering, missing their loved ones and not getting the answers. And hopefully today might have shed a bit of light on things. It was very eye-opening to see the type of things that Steve was able to find. And I think that is a testament to the will of an individual. And if there's a will, there's a way. And again, when I had Damien on my live the other day, we were talking about searching, and I didn't mean to come across as someone that was trying to keep people from searching. I just wanted people that were able to search to go out and to bear in mind, the terrain that they are on. But
I didn't take your comments that way at all. I took them exactly the way that you intended, that people need to remember to be safe. It's like going out in the water without a life jacket is
yes, exactly.
basically I
And no
understood
lifeguard.
where you were coming from, right?
Yeah,
It's not easy, and you're dealing with rough terrain, especially here in Nova Scotia. So I
yes.
totally got what
And
you were saying.
and no signal most of the time out in these
Mm.
rural areas should
Yes,
you
no signal.
encounter
Yeah,
trouble, right? So that was my
yeah,
biggest concern is getting into trouble and then not being able to get yourself out, and nobody wants
absolutely.
that. That was all. But yes, by all means, if you're willing and able, um, everyone has said, it's normally dog walkers that find people that are missing. So by all means,
Yeah,
go out and walk your dog.
that's right. Yeah, dog walkers, hunters. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But
Yeah.
yes, thank you everyone for coming in. And if you know something, say something. 1-800-222-TIPS. And
I'll put that
yes,
back up too. Yeah,
yeah,
in the end here. All right, everyone. Lots of love, lots of positive
yes,
vibes. Thank you so much for all of you joining us. And you're probably going to be on again tomorrow, right?
yes. I will be doing Jack and Lily tomorrow. And
All right.
I am working on Jesse Morrissey. I've been talking to a friend of the family, gathering a bit of information. I'm going to
Awesome.
do something next week for Jesse, and I'm also looking into Tyler Meager and Miss Trask, which was also a Pictou County unsolved murder. Um, so yes, I will
Yes,
be. I
Katrina,
will.
but also goes by
There was a
Trina, I
couple,
think.
yes, yes. So I didn't wanna say the wrong name, but there was 3 first
Be-
names that she went by,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
So that's why I
Yeah.
said
And
Miss
maybe I'm
Trask.
wrong. I think, yeah, exactly.
No, definitely 3
Because
different
I
first
think it's
names, so
yes,
I
and,
I didn't
hey,
want.
it mixed me up because when I first started, when I came back after I was off trying to become stable with my illnesses, um, I did it as 2 different cases because I did not clue in it was the same person because of her having the aliases.
Oh, yes,
Totally
yes,
threw me off, and then I realized afterwards, after I did some more reading on it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's the same person." Yeah,
yes, and obviously Kevin Martin, we're both,
um, yeah.
working on that as well. There's a lot of information out there, and I have a feeling that the persons responsible are closer than you think. So
And I think you and I have different thoughts on that case. We haven't really shared our thoughts yet of what we think happened with Kevin. But let's save them for the day that we do our
yes,
do
yes,
do
we
due
will, we will.
yeah, yeah, because I think we might be in opposite directions on this one.
Well, I
I'll
think there's
be.
three theories they put forth. I think there was the stepdad they had tried to initially say, but allegedly he was in a cast at the time. His leg was in a cast.
Mm,
And then there was a teacher that
yep,
a lot of people were pointing towards. And then there was
yes,
the
and he
older
was
friend.
convicted for, the teacher was convicted for actual, you know what I mean, with
Mhm.
children, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, and
Um,
then the older teenagers
yes.
story, yeah.
Yes. So
So,
it's
yes,
one of those three.
3 yep, right on, it is, definitely. Yeah, that's a for sure thing. Yeah, so that's gonna be an interesting one to go over, and you and I both feel the same, that that case has not received the coverage, has not been talked about in the way that it should have been,
Yes.
It is not out there like it should be, sadly.
Yes, and Cody McDonald, the anniversary is coming up soon. I will look into the day, and just like I did with Zach Lefebvre, I will aim to do a live on him for the anniversary. And if you have any information, just email me, nscaseinvestigations@gmail.com, or you can find me on Shannanigans on Facebook, or reach out to me on my live any day. And if you wanted to reach out with any kind of information about the case, that's mostly out there, like obviously send your tips to the RCMP, but if you have something like, me, speculation, if you have any speculation about the case, please reach out to me, and I'll do some deep diving on it.
Rena's thanking you. Yeah.
Thank you, Rena.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think the next one I'm gonna touch on outside of you and I doing Kevin is gonna be Troy Cook. You're not doing Troy. You didn't say Troy Cook, did you? And you're that you
Not
just
yet.
said?
He's on my list though,
Okay, I
because
have him on my list too.
and Zach Kellogg
So
as well, because I think they were
I
both
have
sort of
him
in
on
the
the list too as well.
yeah, yeah.
Well, since you're hitting on those ones there, something on Troy Cook. And
Okay.
I could because I've got some information already gathered on him
Yeah, definitely.
while you're working on those ones. No
Okay.
sense in doing the same one at the same time.
No, no.
Thanks,
But
Jan.
Kevin Martin, we both have a passion, a passion
Oh yeah,
for,
we'll do
and
that one
we've done,
together. Yes.
yeah. So I definitely would like
Yeah.
to do that with you.
Yeah. All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.